going on, Who Dat Nation? Welcome into another live edition of Saints Now by Chat Sports. As always, I'm your host, Trizzy Trace Gerard. Got my guy, Loco Lopez, on the ones and twos. In today's live show, we're going to be breaking down the latest news around training camp, updates, injury updates, roster moves. We got to discuss all of that, and then we're going to talk about a free agent target, some free agency buzz that we're going to discuss that's new to the New Orleans Saints. And on top of that, we're also going to break down some questions, react to y'all's hot takes, and have some fun in our mailbag. But nothing is more exciting. We're giving away a white Saints mini helmet today, so I hope you guys are excited for our raffle. We're going to be giving away one of those at the end of today's live show. Got a few ways for you to get involved, but first, I want to ask you guys to get down in the comment section. Type "Stay Golden" on the chat if you want a shout out. We decided to go live a few minutes early. Today is my little brother's birthday, so trying to get out of here so that way I can go and celebrate with him and the family, but wanted to let you guys know we still have some awesome content coming your way. Type "Stay Golden." I got Julio, Kentrell, Cam is in the chat. We got Who Dat Darius, Dark Knight, Queen Courtney is in the chat. Shout out to her. Who Dat Darius, Cam, Jerry G holding it down as always. Shout out to Adrian. What's going on, Adrian? Jerry G right now the number 2 in our top fans. Dark Knight being number 1. If you want to be in our top fans, make sure you like the video. Make sure you get active in the comment section, and you get a lot of XP by sending in a super chat. I'll just tell you that right now. If you want to be top 3, we got a surprise for you if you are. Welcome back from Jerry G. Kentrell saying "Stay Golden." Queen Courtney, I'm number 2 as well. Yeah, we have a so right now I see Dark Knight at 1, or all tied for first. Dark Knight, Kentrell, Jerry G, and Queen Courtney, and Who Dat Darius all holding it down. Tied for first place for our top fans of the day. Keith Mason, Davey, Who Dat Darius, Queen Courtney, good to see all of y'all rocking and rolling with us here on the live show. I want you to shout out your city for me. Let me know where you're tuned in, because we know the Who Dat Nation is not limited to just the Gulf Coast region. It's not even limited to just the United States. It is a Who Dat worldwide, so let me know where you are tuning in from. We are emanating live, Dallas, Texas, where the Dallas Cowboys got 44 points hung on him by Derek Carr and Dennis Allen, and I still am running victory laps around the Dallas, Texas area. We got Baltimore, we got Atlanta, we got UPT, we got Mesquite, we got Hillsboro. Shout out to the squad. Arkadelphia on the Arkansas side from Keith. As Lopez said, call us Pitball because we Mr. Worldwide. Jace is in Natchez. I was actually just in Natchez. Jace should have hit me up, dude. We went and stayed at the guest house for the night, and then we went and popped around some of the different dive bars and grabbed some dinner and stuff. It was a good time. We were only there for a little bit. We did like the tours around Natchez. Got to see a bunch of those old houses, which was really sick. I love Natchez. It's a beautiful city. A lot of history out there. Galliano, Big NC, Florida, baby. Charlotte from Cam. Shout out to all of y'all tuning in from all across the globe. We got anybody else from anywhere cool? I know Gulfport, Mississippi from Jerry G. I know we got a few different people from all over the space. Alrighty. Today, we are giving away a mini helmet, a white mini helmet on Saints Now by Chat Sports. $5 raffle gets you in on, oh my God. Okay, well, Dark Knight is taking advantage of the deals. $5 super chat gets you an entrance on the raffle. I was going to say first person to send one in gets double. Dark Knight said, hold my beer. So Dark Knight, we're not going to celebrate it yet because we want to make sure the graphic is ready to roll. I'm going to give you, so you get, it's one entry for $5. You sent 50, so you get 10, but now you get 20 because you sent in the first one of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I'm just going to copy and paste the whole thing and double it and pass it on to the next person. This one rolling in from Dark Knight. It's a Dark Knight on Saints Now by Chat Sports. It got dark because of Dark Knight. Shout out to the MVP. Everyone type Who Dat DK for Who Dat Dark Knight. Let's go! Dark Knight. We are now halfway to our first goal of the day. When we hit $100 in Super Chats, we are going to do a beer bong race. We got some happy dads here in the studio. I got my freedom funnel. I got a funnel for Lopez. If we get to 100 in total, we will do a beer bong race. And I got with the bosses. I got with my guy Mitchell Renz. I said, hey, Mitch, if we get to $200 in total today, I have a feeling Saints fans might be a little rowdy. What can we do? He said, well, how about we raffle away another helmet? So the next raffle will be a full-sized helmet, and we'll send it away with a bunch of stickers from the Who Dat Nation, from the Golden Gang, and we'll send it directly to your house. $200, we'll get a new raffle. $300 in total, we're raffling away a gold Saints jersey of a player of your choice. So hit the thumbs up icon. Subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. Got some fun giveaways. Of course, we understand not everyone can send a super chat. We're not going to ask you to send money if you are not in a position to do so. Totally understand the best way to support the show. If you can't send in a donation, like in the video, subscribe, and get active in the comment section. But the best way to support the show is just tuning in and hanging out with us every single time we post some content. If you do want to spend some money, you do want to send a few dollars as a tip to me and Lopez, we'll celebrate. We'll have a good old time. And hopefully you can win a new Saints helmet. I told you there's a few ways to get on the raffle. First being the super chat function. $5 you get one, $10 you get two, $15 you get three, $20 you get four, so on and so forth. We have a few other ways. The top three fans of today's live show are also going to be getting some raffle tickets. So Dark Knight, right now, you might get an extra 25. So will Cam, and so will Jace. Number one with 2,575 XP points, Dark Knight. Cam at 75 points, and Jace at 75 points. Davey, Keith Mason, Brandon, Julio, Kentrell, Jerry G, Queen Courtney, and Who Dat Darius all also have 75 points as well. So if you're in the top three, then you're able to get yourself some new stuff. Queen Courtney with the $5 super chat. That bumps her up in the power rankings, and that gets her a raffle ticket. Queen Courtney! Shout out to Queen Courtney. Everyone type the crown emojis in the chat. You'll know what to do. Y'all know what to do. So reminder, the top three fans of today's live show are going to get 25 raffle tickets. Ranks 4 through 10, you will get 10 raffle tickets. 11 through 20, you get 5. The only way that you are able to get one of these awesome raffle ticket deals is if you're active, if you send in a donation, or if you're liking the video, commenting often. Like, you don't have to spend money to join our raffles. That's the easiest way to do it, because then you leave it up to chance and let somebody else take your spot. So get active in the comment section if you want an opportunity to get a raffle ticket, or you can send a $5 donation just like my girl, Queen Courtney. Get the crowns in the chat. She's royalty. She is royalty. Mile High saying we got football tomorrow. That we do. We have football coming up here. Really fast, we also have some other fun content coming at you here on the show. We're going to get into a mailbag. We're going to get into some other stuff. So be sure to like this video because it is almost showtime, ladies and gentlemen. When we get to 30 likes, we will be able to start the program. I only need 6 of you to hit the thumbs up icon. And here's the deal. If you like the video, you get XP points. Do you want an opportunity to get a free Saints mini helmet? Like the video, and you may have a chance. Just saying. I'm just saying. Don't say I didn't try to help you out. Lopez, what do you think? What do you think?
I want to know, what are the odds we can do one of these beer bong races before the content even starts?
Dude, if somebody were to send in a 50 right now, we're there. So if somebody has the gall to send in a 50.
I have a bong in me.
You got a bong in you? You got a bong rip in you?
I got 2, 3, maybe 4.
Could rip that beer bong.
I'm down.
Look, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, we have 2 funnels. We have 4 drinks. Can we put down a couple of them before we even get to the content? It's my brother's birthday. So if anything, you're buying baby brother a drink tonight. He's 22? Damn, he's 22.
I remember being 20. That was a good age.
Dude,
was a good age.
baby brother's 22 years old. That makes me feel old.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
Update.
Yeah, we're good. That we have that. That's nothing new. The only new information that it's a groin injury. That's the only new information. We didn't know what it was at first, but now it's a groin injury. Update coming in from Jordan Schultz. Juwan Johnson is dealing with a groin injury. We will discuss that here in just a few minutes. Don't worry. We were already planning on talking about that, but we wanted to get you guys informed. The latest update around Juwan Johnson's injury is a groin injury, not believed to be severe, not believed to be anything crazy. Just wanted to get you guys that information.
I got scared for a second. I
I
thought we
know.
would have to reroute everything.
Me too. I was like, son of a gun. We're going to have to really do something different, aren't we? Sorry, 1 second. I'm going to tweet something here. Are we at 30 likes yet, Lopez? I feel like we are.
Yeah, we're at 40.
Yeah, we're at 40. Okay, cool.
40.
We're chilling. All righty. Let's get into the Juwan Johnson injury updates. Lopez, we'll skip the mailbag call for now, and let's just get into it because we got some new information. I feel like that's important to get out to the Saints fans. Should we highlight cut that? Nah, we're fine. We're fine. All righty. Here we go. Moonfish, I see you in the chat. Jace, Cam, Dark Knight, Davey, Big Velly, I see all y'all in the chat. Our rankings right now, number 1, Dark Knight. Number 2, Queen Courtney. Number 3, it's a tie between Cam, Jace, Davey, Keith Mason, Brandon, Julio, Kentrell, Swag Fan, Jerry G, and Who Dat Darius. Somebody's got to separate themselves here. So get in the comments, get active. Best way to get more points in the XP, send in a super chat. Of course, we're going to dive into the latest around Juwan Johnson here right now. Let me get a sip of water, make sure we are all updated. And we're going to be good to go. Okay, so when you're on the Nick Underhill tweet, I'm just going to read off of what Jordan. No. We're good with that one. Because as other players, we're good with that one. But I'm also going to read what I see from Jordan Schultz as well, just because I'm like, no point in building 2 graphics to say the same thing. So, all righty, let's talk about the latest around Juwan Johnson. Let's talk about some roster moves. Let's talk about a lot because the New Orleans Saints have some news to discuss here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's program. Today's goal, $100 total. We'll do a beer bong race. We're at $55. Who's going to make us do some drinking? Lopez, whenever you are ready, my friend, we can dive into the content and let's talk about the latest around the New Orleans Saints injuries, roster moves, and what's going on at training camp. Who Dat Nation, I hope you guys are excited. This is going to be a very, very informative show. What's going on, Who Dat Nation? Today on Saints Now by Chat Sports, we are diving in to some training camp updates. We got roster news, we got injury news. We have a lot to discuss here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. And of course, we're going to talk about the takeaways and observations that I've been able to see on social media. And I'm going to give you my thoughts on what's being reported out at camp. First things first, let's talk about the injuries because that is important. Kellen Moore saying that there's nothing overly concerning with Trayton Welch, Juwan Johnson, and John Ridgeway. They all 3 got hurt in practice. But Jordan Schultz, just moments ago, adding some context, Juwan Johnson left practice today with a groin injury. Kellen Moore originally did not disclose what the injury was, but for Jordan Schultz, he's saying, my understanding is it's not considered serious. He's expected to miss a few days at most. Reminder, he signed a 3-year, $30 million contract this offseason. He is expected to be a very large part of Kellen Moore's offenses. And we all know that Kellen Moore traditionally has leaned on the tight end position heavily in order to make his offenses run at a high level. Now, Juwan Johnson, in my opinion, should be heavily featured in this offense. It should be minor. That's what we're hearing. That's what my hope is. And I'm praying that we don't get any other updates around that. For what it's worth, I do know that there was serious interest between Kellen Moore and bringing back Juwan Johnson. I know a lot of people are upset with the 3-year, $30 million contract. It's actually not all that expensive when you compare other contracts for tight ends across the league. It's pretty average, to be totally honest. And if you can get good production out of him, and if he can stay healthy, then the New Orleans Saints absolutely cashed in and got a good deal on Juwan Johnson. But he needs to be healthy. He needs to get back on the field. So all in all, I'd say it's good news. It's not considered to be anything major, but definitely want to see him get back on the field soon. The New Orleans Saints also tried out a handful of players recently. A long list, multiple punters, multiple tackles, a DB, you got a linebacker in the mix, but none have really added to the roster. Just wanted to get you guys informed on what's been going on. There was one name that got added really quick, though. Before I go to that, you see multiple punters. My initial reaction was, well, maybe Matthew Hayball, James Burnip, the 2 punters that the Saints have on their roster, maybe they just aren't shining and maybe they're not that impressive, but Kellen Moore adding clarity today that they just want to be prepared. They don't know what's going to happen. They want to just make sure that they are doing all of their due diligence and giving themselves the best possible players. So for what it's worth, I still think that there's a reason they have multiple punters being brought in. But let's talk about the latest roster news. Jonathan Mendoza, the newest member of the New Orleans Saints. If you forgot, Josh Ball was recently waived, and so in response to cutting a player, they added an offensive lineman, and Jonathan Mendoza played at Louisville with Tyler Shough. He was his right tackle. He's a big fella from West Hampton Beach, New York, 6'9", 310 pounds. The dude's a behemoth. There's just no mystery. Now let's take a look at the updated depth chart for the New Orleans Saints because they've, like I said, lost or cut a player. They added another one, but not too much has changed in terms of what to expect for the entire offensive line. Kelvin Banks, Trevor Penning, Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Talese Fawanga will be your starting lineup. The backups have been rotating all over the place. You will see that Josiah Ziram has moved up on the depth chart because Josh Ball was released. He gets more reps. So Nick Saldivari, Will Clapp, Dylan Radens, Landon Young also in the mix. Kyle Hergel, Torricelli Simpkins, and Barry Wesley as well. But Jonathan Mendoza in 2024 didn't have a ton of reps, but 490 total snaps, 67.6 overall PFF grade, 63.9 run blocking grade, allowed 2 sacks. At Louisville, allowed 3 hits, 12 hurries, 18 pressures. He had 96 snaps at left tackle, 393 on the right side. And in case you didn't know, he isn't just a teammate of Quincy Riley and Tyler Shough. He actually, fun fact, played with Mason Tipton at Yale. So he was an offensive lineman for Mason Tipton. So a couple familiar faces on the New Orleans Saints roster for Jonathan Mendoza, who is the newest member of the Black and Gold. I want to encourage you to subscribe here to Saints Now by Chat Sports. That way you don't miss any roster news, any injury updates, or anything going on around the Black and Gold. We provide multiple videos a day. We film this as a part of our weekly live show, so be sure to turn on your notifications, hit the sub button, and tune in so that way you can be a smarter Saints fan. Let's continue this conversation because I want to discuss kind of takeaways and how things have gone and what has happened with the quarterback position. Nick Underhill made a really, really good point here. All of the clips, everything that I've seen, all of the people that I've talked to, they all agree with this sentiment that this was the best period of quarterback play we've seen all camp. The offense, it really feels like, is starting to kind of find its groove. It's starting to kind of click, if you will, like Nick Underhill points out. See if it keeps up. Friend of the show, big fan of what he does over at NOF Network, and definitely encourage you to subscribe over to NewOrleans.football. Jake Haener today, he got the first team reps. He went 11 of 15 in team drills. Kellen Moore giving him an opportunity to compete to be the starting quarterback. And this is not anything that's super shocking to me. He got first team reps before. He's going to continue to get first team reps. But I ultimately do believe the QB1 battle truly is between Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shough, but don't get it twisted. Jake Haener has been impressive. He's been doing the work this early. He hit Olave on a nice deep ball for a touchdown. He's been impressive when he's been given opportunities, and he has not missed a chance when Olave is on the field to connect with him. I think that's smart for Jake Haener to be able to put on the best tape possible to potentially have the best chance to succeed in this quarterback battle. But let's go to Spencer Rattler here. He took the second team reps. He did have a pretty impressive deep ball to Moochie Dixon and Mason Tipton on today. That connection between Mason Tipton and Spencer Rattler, it is strong, ladies and gentlemen. It was strong last year. It was strong in training camp last year. It was strong during the regular season last year, and it's continuing right now. At one point in time, we did get to see Spencer Rattler show off a little bit of the wheels. He ran to the outside on a bootleg. He moves really, really well with the ball in his hands. He's elusive. He's quick. He has underrated speed, in my opinion. And he started today on team drills, 9 of 9. The only incomplete pass was the last one. That was during the team drill portion of today's camp. Mason Tipton, though, I want to continue to have a conversation around him because he is the definition of a training camp all-star. He is having yet another great camp, an amazing summer. We have to see it in game action, though. It doesn't feel like he is shining and putting on good tape at training camp on accident. I truly do believe he has some dangerous speed. I do think that he can be an underrated wide receiver. I'm not saying he's going to be an 1,000-yard player, but I do think that he can offer something as a low-level wide receiver on the depth chart, and that can be a reliable player when the starters are off the field or if you have to deal with injuries. Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shough hopefully can continue that chemistry built with Mason Tipton, but he is absolutely shining. Quincy Riley, though, man, this guy was a steal. Drafted 131st overall in round 4. Today had his second interception during training camp. And it was, again, on Spencer Rattler today. He tried to go deep to Bub Means, a little bit underthrown. Don't get it twisted, though. Quincy Riley swooped in like a hawk, took that ball right out of the air, said, that is mine. Stole Bub Means' lunch money, picked off Spencer Rattler. Quincy Riley, I don't know how in the hell this guy fell to the 4th round, but what a steal for number 29. And also, I'll say this, it feels like the Saints won the transaction of letting Paulson Adebo walk in free agency. He signs with the Giants. You draft Quincy Riley. He's wearing number 29 too, and he's already shining. I'm so excited to see him suit up on Sundays. You know what else you could get on Sundays? You should suit up in this shirt right here. I keep trying to tell you guys to take advantage of the sale. It was a $60 shirt. Now it's only $30. Chatsports.com/Saints sale. The link is clickable down below in the comments and description of this video. Go get yourself some new swag. Make sure you're prepped for any workout or any training camp, or just want to watch some football on Sundays. You want to throw on some Chris Olave highlights. You want to throw on some Alvin Kamara highlights. I get a little sweaty when I'm watching Alvin Kamara absolutely dice and slice and do some crazy stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, I got my shirt with this link. You should too. Tyler Shough, he took the 3rd team reps today. We talked about the 1st team. We talked about the 2nd team. Now it's time to talk about the 3rd team. He did show off some of that speed and mobility that he's been commended on. He does have very underrated traits in his athleticism, especially when it comes to using his legs. He had some impressive throws on the run, a little bit of off-platform kind of running to the side. Had his legs stuck out, sidearm throw, connected. It was really, really impressive. During team drills, 3 of 5, so got less reps. Just wanted to kind of tell you guys what's going on. I'm not going to sit here and say think too deeply about the completions and incompletions during the team drills. Defense makes plays. Things happen. Players drop balls. And I'll also say this. I do think it's interesting. We haven't necessarily seen a ton of 3rd team reps from Spencer Rattler. You've seen more from Tyler Shough, so maybe that's indicative of how Kellen Moore is feeling about the quarterback battle. Maybe I'm speculating and just reading too deep into it. This was a good day for the offense. Like I said earlier, it feels like this unit is starting to click, and it's nice to see because early on, the defense was winning a lot of the training camp days, in my opinion. But the offense is starting to look better. It's starting to take form, and I think it's starting to click. And, of course, this is not going to be an offense that week 1 is going to be absolutely flying. Maybe it is. But this is an offense that you give it some time, and we'll really get to see the creativity and how much this offense truly has hidden up its sleeve. Kellen Moore, I think, is orchestrating a beautifully run offense, and I'm really, really eager to see what he's able to do with the squad. And quite frankly, I'm just excited to see fun Saints offense, fun football. Like, it's just going to be different than it has been over the last few years. I'm really, really excited about that. Now, are you excited about the new Saints offense? Just give me a simple yes or a simple no down in the comment section. I want to hear from you, Who Dat Nation. And Saints fans, I do appreciate y'all for rocking and rolling with us. 10.5 minutes, but we were able to get you guys all the information you needed to know from training camp. Roster moves, injury updates, QB battles, everything you need to know here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace. That's Loco Lopez. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time. Booyah! Shabooyah! Shabooyah! Roll call. Who Dat Darius, you are getting a raffle ticket. Let me add you into the raffle, and then I'll answer your question. Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't miss nothing. Who Dat Darius, do you think our offense or defense will be higher ranked this season? Defense. Defense for sure.
See, I think offense. I know question the quarterback still, but I feel like you have more playmakers on offense.
See, and I would argue you have more playmakers on defense.
Really?
I would argue that with the change of scheme, with the defensive line kind of getting not revamped. They didn't really do a ton to change it, but I think the defense has like more experienced talent. The offense has more youthful talent, but I think the defense will be less of a liability, if that makes sense. I think we'll see less mistakes from the defense and the offense, if that makes sense.
It does make sense. I see what you're saying. I think the offense might have a couple, liability games. But
For sure.
There's also going to be those moments be like, damn, this is fun.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, we've seen a lot of design QB runs at training camp. We've seen a lot of bootlegs. We've seen a lot of rolling out. Like, it's going to – the quarterback in New Orleans is going to be moving. They are not going to be a pocket passer. You are going to be using your legs. You are going to be on the run. I am very happy with that. I'm thrilled. Like, at the bare minimum, it's different and it's exciting. More can you ask for? Who Dat Darius, I'm curious what you think. Who will be the better offense or defense? Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Also said, hot take, this draft ends up on the level.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
Hot.
That's hot. It obviously way, way too early to say that.
Coming
but I mean,
in, though.
Yeah.
It could.
It's you got 9 players. 9 different positions.
That you were picking earlier, positional value with a quarterback.
Yeah, you get. I mean, Kelvin Banks, I think is going to be a hit. Tyler Shough, we'll see. But quarterback, if he hits, awesome. Vernon Broughton in the round 3, not as illustrious, not as fun of a pick, if you will. But Quincy Riley and Danny Stutzman in round 4, I think both of those guys are going to be great.
Yeah.
You also have Devin Neal in 6. I like him. Jonas Sanker, I think he has some potential. I like him too. Honestly, Maliki Matavao really doesn't move the needle for me. Fadil Diggs maybe, but like this could be a draft class we look back on in a few years and be like, holy shit, this was a good haul. Who Dat Darius? I don't think you're super far off here. 2017 level draft though.
It's gonna take a lot though.
That's
it's not gonna be like,
dude. I mean, what? Every single pick was a success for the Saints.
Yeah.
Maybe not their 7th round pick, but even no, it was. It was Hold on. I'm having a brain fart.
But yeah, if they had one miss, that's a lot.
Yeah. So you had Lattimore and Ramczyk in 1. You had Marcus Williams in 2. Alvin Kamara, Anzalone, and Trey Hendrickson in 3. Then Al-Qadim Muhammad in 6. That's
can't complain
great.
that much.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 hits. If you get 7 successful draft picks out of this one, we can say, yep, it's a pretty good hit. It's a great class.
How many did we just name off?
We have 9 total picks. I think 2 big question marks. Maybe Vernon Broughton can actually be like a amazing run stopper. Who knows? But Maliki Matavao doesn't really move the needle for me too much. It's a 7th round pick, but like may not even make the roster. Fadil Diggs, I think has a better. I don't know, man. I don't know, but Fadil Diggs, Vernon Broughton, and Maliki Matavao are like kind of the maybe it doesn't work out. Who knows? I think other than that, we have a really, really good draft class. Alrighty, reminder: we are giving away a Saints white helmet. If you would like to enter the raffle, all you have to do send a $5 super chat, or you be in the top 3 of our fans for the day. We're gonna. So if you guys want to get some raffle tickets, $5 super chat will get you in. We are $40 away from our first goal of a beer bong race. It is baby brother's birthday, so if you'd like me to buy some drinks for the little brother, send in a super chat. Here is our top fans of the day. Rhett, $5 super chat. We're gonna put you in, my friend. Also, don't leave. If you enter the raffle, don't leave. Or if you want to win, don't leave. Because if you're here or if you leave when the raffle goes and you can't claim your prize, how am I supposed to send it to you? You know what I'm saying? And I also will say, again, I'm trying to roll out of here at a somewhat reasonable time because we got to get to birthday dinner. But look, we're also going to have a good time doing this. Big Valley, $5 super chat. Rhett saying, is running back room still good? Look, I think between Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller, Devin Neal, I think that's a pretty nice running back trio. You also have Cam Akers in the mix. Velus Jones is on the roster, which is unbelievable to say in the year of 2025. But yeah, I think the running back room is trending in the right direction. In Big Valley, yes, $4.99 counts. I'm not gonna pinch pennies for 1 penny, brother. I got you. Yes, Queen Courtney says if you have our shipping info, not hard to send. Queen Courtney making a case. Making a case to win. Gonna put
only $25 away too.
Yeah, we're $25 away from a beer bong race. $25 away from a beer bong race. All right. 62 people watching, 51 likes. Can we get 100% participation? That would actually be crazy. 100% participation would be nuts. Big Velly, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to Queen Courtney. I appreciate you guys for being legends. Queen Courtney is firmly in the number 2 spot. Who Dat hold on. Yeah, Who Dat Darius is in number 3. So there you go. There we go. All righty. We're going to give you guys a deal here.
Ooh.
I'm going to do a deal. 2 minutes, and then we're going to the next content. Okay? 2 minutes. Whatever number you send in Super Chats, that's how many raffle tickets you get. $1, 1 ticket. $2, 2 tickets. $5, 5 tickets. $20, 20 tickets. It's a deal only happening for the next 120 seconds. Ready, set, go. It is only happening for the next minute and 50 seconds. I had to wait because I was like, I'm not doing that math. Next 2 minutes, any super chat of any value, that's how many tickets you get. You want 100 raffle tickets, send a $100 super chat. You want $20 or 20 raffle tickets, send in a $20 super chat. We're sending away one of these helmets today to one lucky viewer of Saints Now by Chat Sports. Send in a super chat. That's how many entries you're getting. $1, 1 entry. $20, 20 entries. $2, 2 entries. $60, 60 entries. See how it makes sense?
Quick math.
It's pretty fun.
Quick math.
I did that on my napkin right away. Alrighty, we are 45 seconds in. Nobody's taking advantage of the deal yet. Nobody's taking. Oh, there it is. Dark Knight. Dark Knight. Dark Knight. $20 super chat means 20 entries. $20 super chat means 20 entries. You have 1 minute remaining to take advantage of the deal. 1 minute remaining to take advantage of the deal.
And for those of y'all doing math at home, $4 away from a beer bong.
Yes, we are a $4 super chat away from a beer bong. So you can get us to do a beer bong and you can get yourself some raffle tickets. You have 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. And then we're going to get into some free agency updates and some free agency buzz. $20 from Dark Knight. We're not worthy, Dark Knight. We're not worthy. All righty. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Big Valley gets 10. 5, 4. Oh, wait. Hold on. I can't count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Big Valley. And then we got a few more. Rhett and Who Dat Darius both getting 5. Rhett and Who Dat Darius both getting 5 more. I got 5 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Rhett. And then we're going to get 5 for Who Dat Darius. I got 5 on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom! Alrighty, Lopez. We owe a beer bong. We'll do this beer bong race, and then we'll run the content. How's that sound?
Sounds
awesome.
Great.
Awesome. Alrighty. Who Dat Darius wants to sign Asante Samuel?
Same.
If he can check out on the medicals, I'm all in on it. Got to check out on the medicals first. And Rhett saying go. Shout out to Rhett. Boop. All right. Glug, 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 glug. Huh? Oh, yeah, they're over here. Lopez is a real one. He said, I'm going to pour it on camera so they know that I'm not messing with them. All right, I got a happy dad. Lopez 2 is going to get a happy dad. Everyone type chug in the chat. Type chug, and you can climb the fan rankings. Type chug if you want to climb the rankings. All righty. Hey, Brett, you're good, dude. You're good. You said I should have said go, G-U-E-A-U-X, but I was trying to beat the clock. I'm all with you. Chug, 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 chug. All righty, Lopez. Cheers. Oh, that one tastes like hot chicken. We had hot chicken for lunch, and I can taste that one. Ooh. Oof. Dave's hot chicken. Good going down, not as good coming back up. Big Valley. We lit! All right, next goal is $200. Will we get there? Who knows? That one hurt. Yeah, not straight out the fridge wasn't nearly as bad. Still did not feel great mixing that with Dave's hot chicken. There it is. That's what I was looking to get out. Oh God, heartburn. All righty, Mikey. The deal is over, so Mikey, you just get one raffle ticket. But so far, you missed some training camp news. Basically, long story short, Juwan Johnson has a groin injury, not expected to be anything major. Saints sign, what is his name? Jonathan something. What's his last name? Jonathan Mendoza, right tackle. Played at Louisville with Tyler Shough and at Yale with Mason Tipton. And then Haener got first-team reps. Rattler got second-team reps. Shough got third-team reps. That's the updates for Saints training camp. Is Dave's hot chicken better than Cane's? No. Not even close.
I didn't have Dave's hot chicken, but Cane's bar is not super high.
Yeah, no, I'm not actually like the biggest Cane's fan. I think it's good.
Their sauce is great.
Yeah, let me put it this way. Their sauce is great. Chicken is fine.
Chicken's meh.
The fries are The toast is tremendous.
Yeah,
but if your best thing is buttered bread, like I'm sorry, what are we doing?
Bread and sauce.
You're not Red Lobster. You can't just rely on your cheddar garlic biscuits, dude. You know, you can't just always.
Fuck, those are good.
Yeah, Dark Knight, good point. If you take away the sauce, is Cane's even that good?
There's no seasoning.
It's my thing. There's literally no seasoning. There's literally no seasoning.
You're from Louisiana,
and
you can't season chicken. What are we fucking doing here?
It's actually disgusting. It's and the chicken. I'm not saying the chicken's disgusting. I'm saying it's disgusting behavior to not even try to season it.
Like salt, pepper, anything. It's like a wet napkin.
Huey Magoo's is better from Who Dat Nation. I've never been there.
Never heard of it. Where's that?
Where's that one at? Trizzy, I have to leave because of football practice. Jace, have a wonderful football practice. If you can, let us know what position you play. Maybe you'll be a future Saints draft pick. Yeah, stay hydrated. It's hot. It's hot. He says Georgia at least. Okay. I like Canes, but they can do better. Two things can be true. Canes can be fine, and it can also be better. I mean, look, I'm a chubby guy. I'm a husky fella. I know food. But it's hot, so Jace, make sure you drink some water today. All righty. Let's get into the second segment. We're going to get into some free agency rumors. Could the Saints go and sign a former first-round pick that could help give them a boost on the offense, potentially? We're going to discuss it. What is it? Bring Lopez to Bourbon Street. Kenny. Lopez is a big fan of that idea. I, too, am a fan of that idea. I don't know if Bourbon Street would be a fan of that idea. Do you have like a few bars that are your favorite on Bourbon Street? Which ones do you like? Yeah, no, that's how I can tell you. I'm like, it's the bar that it's like the bar's over here, and then there's like the spot over here. Like I can tell you everything about the bars that I like. I cannot tell you the names of them. There's just too many of them on Bourbon. St. John Butler, legend, by the way. Go subscribe to him. He says Canes, he knows ball, dude. He knows ball. Canes without the sauce is mid. Don't disagree. I don't disagree. All righty, we're going to get into some free agency talk now. There is a player who's recently been cut. There's a former first-round pick. They have money to spend. We're going to talk about potentially signing said player. Lopez, whenever you're ready, we're going to break it on down here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. Like the video, subscribe. Let's talk about this. Today on Saints Now by Chat Sports, we are going to discuss the possibility of signing this former first-round pick. Potential boost to the offense, potential good player to bring in, could fill a position in need. We're going to break it down here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's program. In case you didn't know, the New Orleans Saints are actually not broke. They have money to spend. They don't have to spend it. $22.8 million roughly in cap space at the time of filming this video on Wednesday, July 30th. I will say this, if the New Orleans Saints want to go and make a move, they got the cash to spend it. But again, I don't think it would be the worst idea to let some of this carry over to next year and help with some of that cap space down the road. I want to hear from you, Who Dat Nation. Name a player you believe the New Orleans Saints should sign. Get down in the comments. Get creative. Asante Samuel Jr., Keenan Allen, maybe the player we're about to discuss. I want to hear from you. Let's start things off in today's discussion by taking a look at the wide receiver group in New Orleans. Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, I do think, are set to have massive years. Rashid Shaheed especially. But Chris Olave, I think, will have a really, really good season. Mason Tipton has been a star at training camp once again. Bub Means, I'm very high on. But you also got Kevin Austin Jr., who isn't going away quiet. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Dante Pettis, Cedric Wilson, Chris Tyree, and SMU legend Moochie Dixon. So who are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a wide receiver, former first-round pick out of the University of Arkansas, Treylon Burks. Before you click out of the video, before you're sitting here being like, this guy's an idiot, he wants to sign everybody, this would be so stupid, blah, 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 blah. Before you start doing that, I want to say something very quickly. I'm not saying this would be a great decision. I'm not saying the Saints need to go and sign him. He's just a player who's available. The Saints could use a big-bodied pass catcher, and maybe, just maybe, Treylon Burks is worth bringing in. He was a star for the Arkansas Razorbacks coming out of college. He was absolutely electric. I got to watch him as a student at Arkansas, and man, I'll tell you what, him and KJ Jefferson were a unbelievable duo, and this guy was putting on highlight reel after highlight reel after highlight reel for the Razorbacks, but ever since being drafted 18th overall by the Tennessee Titans back in 2022, it just hasn't quite lived up to expectations. I was very high on this player. Coming out of college, I was very adamant on the Saints potentially considering him if a player like Chris Olave, Jameson Williams, Garrett Wilson, one of those guys weren't available when the Saints picked. Treylon Burks obviously just hasn't been that great. He's been very, very underwhelming. He's only played in 27 of 51 potential games. Injuries have been a problem, but he is 6'2", 225 pounds, and he was viewed and drafted as that A.J. Brown replacement. Remember, the Titans traded away A.J. Brown to the Eagles, and with that pick, they were able to get Treylon Burks, and then the Eagles were able to do a bunch of other stuff, and the Titans did a bunch of other stuff that just didn't really make all that much sense. But why are we talking about this? I'm not going to sit here and say, again, this is a move the Saints need to make, but it's one to consider. The wide receiver group in New Orleans is small. Quite literally, there is not a single person on this roster bigger than 6'2". The largest pass catcher as a wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints is Bub Means at 6'2", 215 pounds. Treylon Burks, 10 pounds heavier. Not much taller, but he plays at like he's 6'3", 6'4". This guy is really good with contested catches. He was really, really good as a pass catcher in college. Again, it's just hard to kind of sit here and say the same thing and when he's been in the NFL because he's been so underwhelming. For what it's worth, he does have 2 career touchdowns. One of them was a fumble recovery, so it doesn't really count if you ask me, but almost 14 yards per catch in 2023, 13 and a half in 2022, over 13 yards per catch over the course of his career. Like, I just have a hard time sitting here saying the New Orleans Saints are 100% set, and they definitely don't need to consider bringing in a player like Treylon Burks. Maybe a change of scenery could be good for this type of player. Maybe He's just a guy who just is never going to pan out in the National Football League, and I'm trying to grasp at some straws because I'm an Arkansas Razorback graduate, and I want to see Razorbacks succeed in the NFL. But at the end of the day, this is a move the New Orleans Saints should at least consider. I'm not saying go and do it, but think about it. You might need a big-body pass catcher. Maybe he's a player that could be a good addition. There's injuries there. He has a fractured collarbone. We're going to talk about that in a moment, but maybe, just maybe, this could be a move that Kellen Moore could potentially try to replicate A.J. Brown in New Orleans, but with the guy who was supposed to replace A.J. Brown in Tennessee. I have a question for you, Saints fans. Do you think you guys are better than Browns fans? Does it piss you off that our Browns channel has more subscribers than our Saints channel? Because it kind of does to me. Like, I understand that you might be mad about this video talking Treylon Burks. I get it. But you know what should really fire up? Is that according to the Chat Sports world and the Chat Sports gods, there are more Browns fans out there than Saints fans. Let's pass them. Let's silence the haters. Subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports. You'll get daily content, and plus, it's Saints videos by fans for fans. Trust me, this is your one-stop shop for all things black and gold. Now, I want to talk about the obvious here. You can't talk about signing this player without talking about some of the negatives of this player. It is not like he has done himself any favors. Again, he's been very, very unavailable. He's dealt with injuries. He has been all over the place as a professional football player. He also right now is dealing with a fractured collarbone. So for the New Orleans Saints, proceed with caution if this is something you're interested in. But I don't think that a player that was this good in college is something that should just be completely just wiped away. He had over 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns in 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, he was first team All-SEC. He was the fourth player in Razorback history to have 1,000 yards. He was the first since 2012. Like, this is a talented football player. He has been in a really, really shitty situation. Like, again, I'm not going to sit here and say Treylon Burks isn't at fault. I'm not going to sit here and say Treylon Burks hasn't done anything wrong. But what I will say is that the Tennessee Titans also didn't do him any favors either. It's not like they've been a great spot since 2022. Different head coaches, different quarterbacks. They've had the first overall pick. I mean, come on. It's not like this has been an amazing team. It's not like this has been the most stable front office. And I'm not saying the Saints are the most stable front office, but I am saying, think about it. Maybe a change of scenery makes sense. Like, to be totally honest, if it's me, and if I'm the front office, and I'm Mickey Loomis, and I'm Kellen Moore, I'm saying, let's look at it. Let's see how severe these injuries are. Let's see if he can come back onto the field and play at a high level or at a moderate level at the bare minimum. But it needs to be a very, very, very cheap deal. I'm talking vet minimum type deal. It needs to be paying him virtually no money because he hasn't done anything. The PUP list also exists. So you could sign him. You could place him on the PUP list. And then in a few weeks, you activate him and you see what you got. Well, friendly reminder, because I know I have people already flaming me. I am not saying the New Orleans Saints need to sign Treylon Burks. I am not saying that this is the move that would put the Saints over the edge. What I am saying is that maybe a change of scenery would be nice for the young pass catcher. Maybe a team in the New Orleans Saints who could use a big-bodied pass catcher could benefit from bringing in Treylon Burks. You could put him on the PUP list. You could see where he's at in a month or so, and maybe he's good to go. And if not, well, guess what? You signed him to a cheap deal. So I'm not going to sit here and advocate that the Saints have to go and sign him. But what I will say is kick the tires, see what's up. Maybe change of scenery could work out. Kellen Moore's got to do something. He's got to make this offense look good. He's got to make this team start firing on all cylinders offensively. Treylon Burks isn't the key, but maybe he is at least in the walkway, if that makes sense. Now I want to hear from you. You probably already flamed me. You probably already sounded off. Would you sign Treylon Burks to the New Orleans Saints? Just give me a sign or a pass down in the comment section. Again, I'm trying to put my Arkansas bias aside. I would personally say sign if all of those things can match, but realistically, I'm probably just going to go ahead and type my pass. Who Dat Nation, I really do appreciate you guys for rocking and rolling with us in today's video. No matter where you are, how you're tuned in, we appreciate Saints fans for taking some time out of it today to hang out with us here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. That's my guy, Loco Lopez. Y'all stay golden, and we'll see you next time. Booyah! Is this a new one? Quick, Courtney! You're getting 2 more, girl. Yeah, I guess also I'll say this. Sorry, last week I wasn't able to go live. I was out of town on family vacation. So I was able to go live for Tyron Matthew retirement or as a part of our weekly live show normally. But, yeah, that was crazy, guys. That was wild. Really sad we didn't get to not celebrate, but, react all together. Kind of live through that one. All righty. Sherrod saying put him on the practice squad. Again, sign for vet minimum. Practice squad. Why not? You're telling me that you would rather have, Kevin Austin Jr. on the field than Treylon Burks? Nothing against Kevin Austin Jr. I'm just who knows? Maybe. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Courtney saying sign for Trace. LOL. Yeah, me too. Dark Knight saying sign for dirt cheap. I don't disagree.
That was a very Homer video.
No, it was.
You're ready.
It was.
Yeah.
And that's why I said off the rip. Maybe it's because I'm an Arkansas Razorback grad and I'm a fan and I want to see him. That's why I said it. No, I acknowledge that was a Homer video.
No, in a couple months when we're doing Garrett Nussmeier videos every day, I'll take the blame on that one.
Yeah. When we start talking about Garrett Nussmeier and Whit Weeks every single week, that's gonna be your Super Bowl.
Dog.
Those are gonna be your Super Bowl videos because those are gonna be the best. Dude, I'll still sit here and say this. I don't give a shit what Pete Werner does this year. You draft fucking Whit Weeks this year.
Whit Weeks would be so
You get me Whit Weeks and Danny Stutzman. Are you shitting me? Exciting whites through to the max.
I would cop that jersey.
Are you kidding me? I would lose it if that was what we got. Whit Weeks and Danny Stutzman would be a generational linebacker duo. Unbelievable.
That would cure racism. It would be cured. Segregation would not be a thing.
I think that would end racism as a whole.
It would have to.
I don't know how it wouldn't.
No idea.
Next, we just need a white corner.
we
have Jaden Price. We have Jaden Price working out, I think.
We trade with the Eagles.
Yeah, we trade for Cooper DeJean. Or we just wait for the next Cooper DeJean to come out of the draft, which will be 60 years? Queen Courtney says, we sign him. I bet $5 Trace gets a yes. If Treylon Burks signs with the Saints, he doesn't even have to play a game. I'm buying that jersey in a fucking heartbeat, dude. I had a Treylon Burks Arkansas jersey, and that was before NIL was a thing. So tell me how crazy I am. I bought a custom Treylon Burks Arkansas jersey for college. Imagine what would happen if my NFL team signed him. And in the NFL team that I'm paid to talk about. My favorite team, my favorite player from my time at college. Come on. That would be awesome. You can't sit here and say any of you wouldn't feel the same way. If Joe Burrow or if Michael Pratt or if Tajay Spears or if any of these Louisiana college football legends were a Saint, you can't sit here and say you wouldn't be pumped up too. Because I know you would. I know I would. All righty. 4:45. We're doing good on time, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing our raffle here at the end of the show. Going to give you guys another 2 minutes. 2 minutes to get in on the raffle. You only have 2 more opportunities to get on the raffle. So if you want to, right now is your chance. $5 super chat and you get on the raffle. $5 super chat for the next 2 minutes. And then after that, we're doing a mailbag. And then after that, we're running the raffle. So you only have a couple more opportunities to get in. If you want your chance, do not hesitate. You got a minute and a half left to get your questions, your comments, your concerns in. Use hashtag Saints to get a question on the show. Do we have any? Hashtag Saints?
We got a couple.
Okay.
Also, Darius, I'll give you 30 seconds to retract that statement about Alabama.
What did he say? Whoa. I'm an Alabama fan. All right, Darius. If Jalen Milroe was a Saint or if Ryan Williams was a Saint, you're not going to buy that jersey? Come on. My girlfriend is a Bama fan, so I have to juggle Arkansas. I grew up liking LSU, so there's that. And then Alabama. So my Saturdays are a shit show, if you couldn't tell. Angel Morales, you can't be Alabama and Arkansas fan, Trace. Come on. Actually, I can. Because I went to Arkansas. My girlfriend is a Bama fan. So that's how that works. And I'm not going to win the battle between me and my girlfriend. That's just never going to happen. And she's not. Maddie's saying, just admit it. You're a Bama fan, Trizzy. No, I will not. I will be a Bama fan when they don't lose to Vanderbilt. How's that sound? I will stop being a Bama fan, or I will start being a Bama fan when they can beat Vanderbilt in the season and Tennessee. Did Arkansas lose to Vanderbilt and Tennessee this year? I can't remember. Oh no, they didn't.
I actually
They didn't.
watched no Arkansas games this year, except when they got their ass kicked by LSU.
They didn't.
They didn't.
They beat Tennessee. They didn't play Vanderbilt, but they didn't lose to them either. Hey, Maddie, are you listening? Alabama lost to Tennessee and Vanderbilt in the same year. And almost lost to Auburn.
Is Alabama washed? Is that where we come to the
All I'm
conclusion?
saying is I saw a lot of people saying Nick Saban should come back.
Nick Saban is going back to LSU.
Mikey Taylor, for your 20, I'll give you 5 entries. I'll give you an extra one just because I love you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, I'll give you an extra one just because I love you. Who Dat Darius says, Loco Lopez, I was born in Bama. Oh, where in Bama are you from, Darius? Not to try to out you or anything, but like, my girlfriend's from Birmingham.
You're going to get doxxed.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dox you, but my girlfriend's from Birmingham, so there's that. Sherrod! I'd buy Ryan Williams. Roll Tide. Everyone shout out your college football team. Everyone shout out your college football team in the chat. Shout out your college football team. That's awesome. That's all. Aniston, nice. We are for now, but it's post-Saban. We'll be back, though, trust. I actually do believe that. Alabama is too good of a brand of football. Kalen DeBoer is a good coach. I'm not going to sit here and say that at all. Going to be bad. So, clearly Lopez is a Bama fan, too. If you can't tell by the chat.
Big Bama guy.
All righty. I see LSU. I see Michigan State, the Spartans from Dark Knight. That's awesome. Rhett is a Tulane fan. We got LSU for Inno Ricky. Go Tigers from Hurricane Mike. LSU from Kyron. Auburn from Courtney. Roll Tide from Who Dat Darius. Alabama from Sherrod. Southern from Kyron. West Virginia Mountaineers from Mikey Taylor. Alcorn. Whoa. We got an Alcorn fan in the chat. What's going on, Junior Badass? LSU and Memphis. That's a Tigers fan through and through, Nathan. LSU, STTDB. Who knows what that means? Oh, Jerry G. Jackson State because of my dad. Is your dad Dion? Just kidding. Keith Mason. Woo! Peg Suey. Keith Mason, my new favorite. Kyron, got to support LSU and Southern. I love it. Auburn from Queen Courtney. I love to see it. I love the audience participation. It's been a fun one. All righty. How are we looking on questions? Do we need a few more? Reminder, get your questions in for free using hashtag Saints. If you want to send in a super chat, you can also ask a question and you'll get some raffle tickets for our helmet raffle. Oh, we got to catch up on some super chats. There you go. Okay. Yeah, we have super chats for the mailbag. Okay. I see what you're saying. Big Valley. I like Texas A&M too. Big Valley, you shouldn't have said that.
It's disgusting.
That is, okay, if there is one school that will unite the entire world and the entire country, it's hating on Texas A&M.
Yeah, that cult over there.
It is
nasty.
Dude, you could say that about Texas. I will sit here and say, nope, Texas A&M. I think there are significantly more people in the world who hate Texas A&M more than Texas.
I can't even call it hate. It's more like creeped out. Like, what the fuck's going on down there?
Yeah, it's like you guys are
Y'all are weird.
Colts. It's just College Station sucks. I'm going to be honest. I've been down there. It blows, dude. My favorite part about College Station was leaving. That was the best part about it. Swear to God.
You know what?
Even the Chick-fil-A out there didn't even say my pleasure. Are you fucking me? They didn't even say my pleasure at the Chick-fil-A in College Station. Not a fan. Not a fan.
You know what Texas A&M kind of reminds me of? Back in high school, everyone had like those weird band kids.
Dude, they're like the horse girls.
That's a perfect example.
They're the horse girls.
They're the furries.
They're the ones wearing tails and ears to class. That's crazy. Big Valley, you're such a you know it's all good. You know it's all fun and games, right? I hope you guys know. We're just having some fun. We're just chopping it up. It's fun to shit talk other fan bases. You know, it was fun. I haven't met a bad friend from A&M, though. That's fair, Queen Courtney. Let me introduce you to a couple of my friends, because they're assholes. Big Valley says, got some nice parties down there. I actually have heard there's some great parties. So in college, I worked for a social media brand by the name of Old Row, and they would have there was a bar that like once a month would do a wet T-shirt contest, and so one of the weekends we were all trying to go down for because we're like, dude, we got to see this. This is awesome. Like that's insane. We did not. I had exams or I had a midterm the weekend or like the Monday we were getting back, and so I was like, I can't do it. You know, I'm a gentleman and a scholar, but yeah, that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. So shout out to College Station. Big Valley, if you ever go down there, hit me up. Let's make a trip out of it. Let's have some fun. There's a really good burger spot. It's the name of a bar. It's one of their bars. It's also like a really good burger shack. And they have, if you guys like ranch, like I'm a sucker for a good ranch. They have great ranch. So welcome to my TED Talk. There's that. Rhett says, I'm a father of a UGA alum and a Georgia Tech alum. Oh my goodness, that is a house divided. That is a massive house divided, Rhett. My late grandfather was a big, big Georgia fan. One of the biggest Georgia Bulldog fans I've ever met. Went to Valdosta State, but huge, huge Bulldog. So I got a little part of me that always hopes Georgia does well, just for his sake. Georgia Tech, that's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. Horns rule the state from Alec. I do think at this point it's fair to say though, Horns rule the state. All righty, let's get into the mailbag. We're talking a lot in the chat. Let's get this on the record now. Let's get some chatter on the record. We're gonna start off by giving you some updates on some free agency stuff. Thank you, Lopez. Updates on Asante Samuel Jr. What? I said the name everyone likes. Asante Samuel Jr. It's like Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times, he'll appear on your roster. Asante Samuel Jr. Asante Samuel Jr. Anyway, we're also going to talk about Noah Fant. Quick, Courtney! Let's actually put that one in there. Let's put that one in there. Okay, are you Courtney? I want to make sure I get it right. Georgia, Bama, Florida State, Texas, and Tennessee. Because I actually don't necessarily disagree. I don't disagree too much with that list. I'm going to be honest. Okay, cool. Sherrod, shout out to you, brother. I'd buy a Ryan Williams jersey, Roll Tide. We got you on the raffle list. Shout out to Sherrod, $5 super chat. Queen Courtney with the 2. That's hilarious, man. I don't disagree with you, Queen Courtney. I just straight up don't. All righty. Did we hit Sherrod's? Did we go to? He was just on. Did we go to Sherrod's? I can't remember if we did or not.
The Ryan Williams?
Yeah. Sherrod, if we didn't, fist bump to you. I already got you on the list though, but I appreciate you. I'd buy a Ryan Williams. Dude, I swear to God, if thinking way too far ahead in the future, it would be so cool. Objectively, it would be so cool to have Ryan Williams in the Saints uniform. Anyway. He's not even 19 yet, and we're already talking about drafting him. That's crazy. He can't even buy a beer. This dude could barely vote.
Yeah, that's overrated. Voting's overrated.
Yeah, that's true. This guy can barely buy a pack of cigarettes.
That's also 21.
It was 18 when I was a kid.
Maybe? Am I wrong?
It was 18 when I was a kid. It's 21 now. You're right.
Can he vape yet?
No, I think it's the same thing.
Motherfucker, what can this guy do?
Yeah, what can you do at 18? Except 19. For vote. 19. Nothing. Nothing at all. Might as well be like 7. All righty. We're off the rails. Let's get into it. Yeah, who dat? Just vote. Really. Yeah. There you go. Sherrod, he's the hometown kid. I love it, Sherrod. I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, we did get a little a little out there. Ryan Williams, product of Mobile, Alabama. All righty. Alabama. Let's dive into it. We're going to start off with some free agency news, and then we're going to start off after that with some questions and comments and concerns from the Who Dat Nation. Thought I had a burp, but I didn't. You want another Happy Dad? I'll tell you what. If we get a $50 super chat during the mailbag, Lopez will come on during the mailbag and do a beer bong. How's that sound?
Fucking electric.
How's that sound?
That's
if
electric.
somebody sends in a $50 super chat while we are filming our mailbag, we will get Lopez to come on screen and drink during the mailbag. How's that sound? Sound fun?
That's electric.
Sound good? All righty. I got my funnel. I got my drink just in case.
Are you joining me in this mailbag drinking?
Do we have two?
We each had one.
I think I will. Will. Two for the price of one. Just saying. All righty. $50 super chat. Lopez and I both drink. Sounds good? Let's get into it, Lopez. Questions, comments, concerns, hot takes, and everything in between here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. My name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. Mailbag coming at you. Welcome into Saints Now by Chat Sports. As always, my name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. We got some free agency updates on Noah Fant and Asante Samuel Jr. coming in from Ian Rapoport. So we're going to discuss that here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. And on the back half of today's show, we're going to be having a live mailbag where questions, comments, and hot takes are going to be coming in from our subscribers, and me and my producer, Loco Lopez, are going to be responding. So if you want more Saints videos, just like this one, or if you want more Saints content on your feed, hit the thumbs up icon, like this video, and YouTube will recommend more Saints videos, not just from us, but from other awesome content creators as well. Now, Ian Rapoport recently had an exclusive interview with Nick Underhill of New Orleans Football. If you haven't checked it out, I highly encourage you to do so because it was extremely informative and had a lot of updates around some prime free agency targets that have been linked to the New Orleans Saints and two players that have actually visited with the black and gold. Let's start off first with the update on tight end Noah Fant. So Ian Rapoport saying he's taken some visits. He's got some interest. I would say there's a couple of different places he's looked at. Obviously, this is one of them, talking about New Orleans. You know, Miami has a void at tight end. I'd wonder about that one. That seems to make sense to me. But he's a pretty good player who's available this time of the year like he's gonna get some money. Dude's gonna get paid, and maybe it makes sense for the Saints to do that. Juwan Johnson is dealing with a groin injury. Kellen Moore did not disclose what the injury was following Wednesday's training camp practice, but we got updates afterwards that it is a groin injury. It's not expected to be anything major, but if it does linger and it does become a problem or it's worse than initially anticipated, this is something to definitely consider because the tight end room in New Orleans is already pretty beat up. Now, if Juwan Johnson's injury is anything more than just a little bit worrisome, I'm bringing in Noah Fant. I think he would make total sense on the New Orleans Saints offense. I think he would be a really, really good addition because of the size, because of the production, because of the fit that he could provide in the New Orleans Saints offense. Kellen Moore has been known to heavily lean on the tight end position, and I think Noah Fant is a great football player to potentially lean on in the tight end depth chart. And if you have multiple great tight ends, you're going to find a way to get them on the field. So for Noah Fant, I don't think it would be a bad idea to explore the New Orleans Saints, and I also don't think it's a bad idea for the Saints to seriously pursue Noah Fant. Again, if Juwan Johnson's injury isn't concerning, then I'm a little bit more cooled off on this idea, although I still think this would be a smart one for the New Orleans Saints. I will add he has met with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins as well, so we don't know what'll happen. Maybe one of those teams signs him. If I'm picking out of those, Lopez, call me crazy, I'm picking the Bengals. Just not crazy. I'm taking Joe Burrow, tossing me the pill. Let's go to Asante Samuel Jr. because this is the player I know a lot of y'all are very, very eager to get some more updates on. He's a different situation than Noah Fant because he is a really, really good player, would have been a top free agent this year, but dealing with a little bit of a medical issue and had neck surgery. He just has to get healthy. That's someone who I don't know how much money he's going to make, but that's someone who could buy pretty low on. And if health-wise it works out, if he gets cleared, he is an excellent player who would help any defense. Now, we've talked about this on the channel. I discussed it the other day. I said that I believe the thing holding up Asante Samuel Jr. isn't money. It's not a team to approach him. I think it's the medicals. Because the reports from Jeremy Fowler initially were that the Saints are meeting with Asante Samuel Jr. We will get injury updates in early July, and then they'll reconvene. And multiple teams should be expected to be interested. We are now at the end of July, early August, and he is still a free agent. You've seen guys like Eli Apple get signed. Asante Samuel Jr., still a free agent. So, in my opinion, I think the medicals haven't checked out quite yet. But if they do check out, I am still considering signing Asante Samuel Jr. I think he is a really good football player. He has familiarity in Brandon Staley's scheme because of the time Brandon Staley was the head coach for the Los Angeles Chargers. I think he would also be a much bigger upgrade over Isaac Yiadom across from Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think he'd be a good player to pour into both him and Quincy Riley. So if the medicals check out, I'm personally all in on signing Asante Samuel Jr. But according to Ian Rapoport, we just have to see what is going on in that regard. Now coming up, we're going to get into a live mailbag where our subscribers, the Golden Gang, that's our group of elite subscribers here at Saints Now by Chat Sports. They asked questions. They shared hot takes. So we're going to respond to them and see what they have to say. I want to encourage you, though, to subscribe to Saints Now by Chat Sports because preseason, dude, we're already getting games going. It's like football's damn near back. And we're going to be live during every single snap of the New Orleans Saints season, whether it's preseason, regular season, hopefully the postseason. That would be sick. We are going to be live every snap of every game. We are going to be providing daily videos all year long, and we're going to be getting you live shows, short-form content, anything you want. This is the place to get it if you are a diehard Saints fan. So subscribe to the channel, lock us in, and do not miss out on any of our awesome content coming at you here over the next few months. Who Dat Darius, $2 or $5 super chat. It's 2.0. Do you think our offense or defense will be ranked higher this season? I said defense. When this super chat originally came in, I said I think the defense would be higher ranked. And my reasoning was I believe that the Saints defense has a lot of playmakers that are going to be less of a liability than the offense. And I think it's going to take a little bit longer for the offense to start firing on all cylinders compared to the defense. But I don't want to answer this question alone. Got to bring on my guy, Loco Lopez. What you think, man?
I'm actually more on the offense. I know you were saying you have more responsible playmakers on your side on defense, but I think offense has those bigger names, has more playmakers. Mm-hmm. They're just a little bit younger, and they got to prove a little bit more. Like, you're going to have those mistakes, but I think there's going to be times when you're like, damn, this offense is good, or the offense is fun.
Yeah. No, I actually definitely agree with that. We will have an overall belief that the Saints offense is fun to watch. There'll at least be fun things about it. It's not going to be perfect. They're not winning a Super Bowl this year, but I think there will be fun things about the Saints offense. So I think defense. Lopez thinks offense. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to be seeing what you guys have to say and responding to y'all. Big Nut Stutz. Who will break out for the Saints this season? I'm going to give you one offense and one defense. Offense, I'm going to say Rashid Shaheed. 1B, I would say maybe Kendre Miller. Kendre Miller? Anyone? Can I interest anybody in a Kendre Miller breakout? Defensively, I'm going to go Alontae Taylor or Kool-Aid McKinstry. Is it fair to say Chase Young could have a breakout year? If he has a double-digit sack season, I think it's a breakout year.
I don't think it's not fair at all.
So I will say Alontae Taylor, and I will say Chase Young. For defense, I will say Rashid Shaheed and Kendre Miller for offense. Man, that's a fun one. I kind of try to play this game, though, with no rookies because I don't believe a rookie can break out. They haven't played, so it's hard to break out of nothing, if that makes sense. But I want to hear from you. I gave you 4 players. I want you to give me one. The only rule, you cannot say a rookie. If you say a rookie, you're cheating. You can still type it. I'm going to say that's not a valid answer. But I want to hear from you in the comment section. Share your thoughts. Who do you think could break out for the New Orleans Saints here in 2025? Under Kellen Moore and Brandon Staley. Let's get into the next question. Hurricane Mike, I'm ready for the season, but what's your vibe meter on Saints camp? My vibe meter is that the vibes are through the roof. The reported vibe meter is also very high. Everything coming out of training camp, everything coming out of mini camp, everything coming out of OTAs has been very positive in terms of the overall vibe of the team, if you will. Kellen Moore putting a massive emphasis on team building and team bonding activities. Yesterday, on Tuesday, they went bowling as a team, which is pretty cool. They've been doing a lot of community work. They've been doing paintball. They've been doing a lot of cool stuff to have like team building, competitive stuff. So right now, I would say the vibes are pretty high. Do you disagree at all, Lopez?
No, I think the vibes are up there. And then it spoke volumes to me the other day, that Devon Gottschall quote that we had from Mike Triplett.
Oh, yeah.
About
this is the best training camp he's been a part of?
Yeah. I thought that's like very big, especially Kellen Moore. This is his first year. Nobody really knows how he's going to run things, and players are loving it sounds like.
Well, and Devon Gottschall is a vet. Like, he's been around the league for a minute. He's been through multiple training camps at high levels. Like, this guy knows football. And if you have a player like Devon Gottschall coming in and saying, this has been the best training camp I've ever been a part of, I think that says something, especially like you, to your point, Lopez, for a first-year head coach. It
means something.
Yeah, it definitely means something. I'm not ignoring that. I think the vibes are definitely high in New Orleans right now. And I'm not saying they're going to win a Super Bowl, but this is a good time to start buying in on the New Orleans Saints. Do you trust our DB group from Queen Courtney? What's up, girl? Type your queen emojis in the chat. She's royalty. Do you trust the DB group? I'm going to say yes. I actually really love this DB group in New Orleans. For the corners, you got Alante Taylor playing a little star role. I think he's going to be awesome in Brandon Staley's defense. You have Quincy Riley, who's been a stud thus far in training camp. I'm very excited to see him on game days. Kool-Aid McKinstry has taken some steps already. Really pumped about him. Safety-wise, Justin Reed, Julian Blackmon. I like both of those players. Of course, Tyrann Mathieu retiring stinks, but Jordan Howden, I don't mind him. Rico Payton is an exciting option. Rajon Wright is definitely a fun one. Last Chance U legend and stuff. I think that this DB group is severely underrated. I actually think that this could be a solid squad if Brandon Staley can set them up for success. Now, if you want to be set up for success this season, I highly encourage you. Check out the link down below, chatsports.com/Saints sale. You can get this shirt right here for $30. It was $60. They sliced it in half. They cut the price down, and they want to help Saints fans make sure they're swagged out. So get your shirt from Fanatics, chatsports.com/Saints sale. I made the link clickable down in the comments and description of this video. So go check it out if you want to get yourself some new swag. Hot take. This draft class ends up being a 2017 level type class. Man, my thing here is you had 7 picks in 2017 that you nailed. Multiple first-round picks. Multiple third-round picks. A second and a sixth. I think it's going to be very tough to do that. That being said, you drafted 9 players at 9 different positions, one being a quarterback. I think Kelvin Banks is definitely going to be a great player. I think Danny Stutzman, Quincy Riley, definitely going to be great players. I think Devin Neal has the potential to be a great player. I think Tyler Shough, if he works out, we'll be sitting here saying, great pick. Vernon Broughton, maybe. He could be an elite run stopper. Who knows? Maliki Mataval, Fadil Diggs, that's kind of where I start being like, I don't know, there's 7-round picks, but this could be a really, really good draft class. There's reason to have some excitement and some hype around this squad. You took 9 players at positions in need. You addressed a lot of things, and I genuinely think that this could be a good draft class, but 2017 level would be absolutely insane. We'll have to come back to this here in a couple of years and revisit this conversation. Keith Mason. Ooh, Pig Suey! For those of you guys who don't know, I am a graduate of the great University of Arkansas. He says, Woo Pig, Treylon Burks, healthy would be a good signing. So the only caveat here is Treylon Burks right now is not healthy. He has a broken collarbone, which is part of the reason why he was released by the Tennessee Titans. He's been underwhelming since being drafted 18th overall back in 2022 by the Titans. Over 1,100 yards, though, in his final season with the Arkansas Razorbacks. He's one of the best receivers in Razorback history. I still think that there is a good player in there. He hasn't done himself any favors. He has been very spotty. He's been injured. He hasn't been consistent. But it's also not like the Titans have been the best situation. They've been the most stable team. They've had all this success. I think that it's fair to say both parties in this are at fault here, but I definitely want to address Treylon Burks has not done himself any favors. However, the pup list exists. Maybe you sign him to a super cheap deal. 6'2", 225 pounds would be the biggest wide receiver on the roster. Maybe it makes some sense. Who knows? I'm all for it because I'm an Arkansas fan, but I also can understand why most of y'all are going to be flaming me in the comments for that. Appreciate you guys for rocking and rolling with us here on Saints Now by Chat Sports. As always, my name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. That right there is Loco Lopez. We got you some updates around free agency on Noah Fant and Asante Samuel Jr. We had a great time answering questions and responding to hot takes from the Golden Gang. So y'all subscribe. Don't forget to stay golden, and we'll see you next time. I fucked that up at the end. Don't forget to stay golden, dumbass. That's not what I say.
Fucking idiot.
That's not what I say. That's not what I say. I say stay golden. We'll see you next time.
You sound like one of those.
What an idiot!
You sound like one of those band geeks.
You sound like an idiot. Alrighty. One of those band geeks. Can you pop up the helmet picture?
Yes.
This is last call. Because we're making really good time and I got to roll soon.
Can I actually use the bathroom?
Go for it.
We're doing this?
Go for it.
It's like,
That's actually perfect. Go for it. So, $5 super chat. Lopez is going to use the restroom. This is your last chance to get on the raffle. Any super chats that come in when the raffle starts, we'll put you on the next month. But this is your last chance to get in on the raffle today. $5 super chat. You can win a white Saints mini helmet for $5. We have a lot of entries already today. We have a lot of entries from the past couple of weeks because we've been adding names since July 9th to this list. So hopefully the person who wins this is watching right now. And hopefully they win themselves a helmet. Dark Knight, are you tuned in right now, brother? Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run the raffle once. If nobody claims their prize, Dark Knight has been the MVP of the month, and I think it just makes sense to just give it to the MVP unless anyone has any like super strong feelings otherwise. Does anyone have any other super duper strong feelings? We'll run the raffle, see if anyone wins it. But if not, again, I hate to do it. It's my little brother's birthday. I can't hang around all evening. Are y'all okay if we run the raffle once? It can go to whoever, but after that, if nobody claims it, Dark Knight, is that okay with y'all? If it's not, we can run it twice. We can run it a couple. I want to make sure y'all are okay with that too. Like, that's my big thing here. Dark Knight, I see you in the chat. Big Velly says, I object, LOL. I fuck with Dark Knight. I love it, Big Velly. Okay, Who Dat Darius says, I'm okay with that. Rhett says, I'm okay with that. And for what it's worth, this will not be the only chance you get to win a helmet. We're going to be doing giveaways every single game day. We're going to be doing like raffles at the end of every month. We're doing a lot more this year to give back to you guys because in the past it's been like, oh, a cool blanket or a cool sign or whatever. No, we want to send y'all some cool shit. We want to send you guys helmets. We want to send y'all jerseys. We want to send y'all footballs. We want to send you autographs. We want to send you guys awesome stuff. So y'all are all cool with that. I want to say I genuinely do appreciate it. I understand that it may be upsetting if you don't win, but you will have other opportunities to win. And if you hang around, ask Mikey Taylor. Send him a few things. Ask my guy Nico Canada. He's gotten a few things. Ask my guy Randy Lemoyne. He's gotten a few things. So just put that out there. Don't feel like you will if you don't win today, you're never winning something. Alrighty, so Lopez, they agreed on it. What we're going to do here is we're going to run the raffle once. Queen Courtney has won a bunch of things. So we're going to run the raffle one time. If nobody claims it, it's Dark Knights. I think we're all good with that. No more super chats. So I'm going to send you the list right now. It's going to be TV. It's going to be a long list too. Oh man, Dark Knight, you have so many entries on this. You have so many, dude. All right. Just sent. Damn, we got a lot of entries on here. I can't wait to see the duck race on this one. It's going to be a nightmare. Alrighty. Dark Knight, I want to just make sure I have your email too. Yep, I got it. Okay. I'm not going to out you. Not going to say your name, Dark Knight. But I have your email. If you win / if it goes to you, then run it. Can you add Mikey Taylor one more ticket? Would you mind adding one more for Mikey Taylor? He just sent it a 5. Oh, yes, the top 3 fans also get a couple. Okay. Shoot, I'll send you the top 3 fans list here in a second. I'll send you the top. Queen Courtney, holding my ass accountable. Thank you. Okay. So the top 3 fans, because we don't have enough to do the whole list, but top 3, Dark Knight. So Dark Knight is getting 10. Was it 10, 5, and 1? Is that what we said? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So 25 for Dark Knight. And then we got 10 for Mikey and 5 for Queen Courtney. Okay. 10 for Mikey. And then 5 for Queen Courtney. Queen Courtney, thank you for keeping me accountable on that. I'm so sorry I forgot. All right. I'm sending another list. Just add those names to it as well. Holy shit. We have over 200 names on this. This is crazy. That's crazy. So our MVPs of the day, Dark Knight, Mikey Taylor, Queen Courtney. In 4th place, we had Big Velly. 5th place, Who Dat Darius. 6th place, Rhett Du Bois. And then we got Sherrod, Jerry G, Keith Mason, Cam, Braylon Jackson, all of the rest of them down below afterwards. Coolio. Big Velly, I'm going to say no because I want to give you the opportunity to try and do one more. I'm going to say no on this one so you can have an extra entry for the next raffle. How does that sound? We would just have so many names already. Would you rather be entry like 250 on this one, or would you rather be entry number 1 on the next one? Let me know. I'm going to say I think your odds are better if you wait. He says, sound good with me. Okay, cool. I just think it makes, yeah, you have a bunch of entries. Like, maybe we just try to get in the future. If you want to do it, I'll give you the entry. But if I was in your shoes, I would say, let me wait to the next one, see if I win this one. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, though, feel free. I'll have Lopez put one more name in there. But just make sure you got it in there. Dark Knight, you have more than 100. I think you have over half the list. I think you have half the list. I'm not even kidding. It's unbelievable. Yeah. You have so many in here, dude. You have so many entries. It's because you're the first one to send in a super chat, and you're always the first one to send a big one in. And so you always take advantage of the deals. The taking advantage of the deals is a big win here. All righty. Big Velly. I'm going to give you 10 seconds, and then we're going to run it, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's run it, baby. All righty. Big Velly, if you do send in a donation here in the next few seconds, I'll take note of it, and we'll give you ones for the next one, okay? Big Velly. No, we have time. We have time. We have time to add it. Lopez, I'm sorry. We have time to add it. Big Velly, I'm not gonna let you not spend. I'm not going to let you waste that money. We're going to put you in there. 1. All right, Big Velly, you got your extra entry. We went from 207 names to 208. So Big Velly, set it for 1 minute. Hit set. And then there's like the super full, like there's super full screen up here. Yeah. And then just hit set. And then push this across. And so they can see it. Can you shuffle it a few times? Over 200 names. Ooh, is this like animals? What is this? Is this like farm creatures? I see an orange, and I see a shark, and I see a dolphin. Oh my God, it's an Italian brain rot. Tung, 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 score. Oh my God, we're doing an Italian brain rot race. All righty. If you want your guy to run faster, type rot. Type rot. In 3, 2, 1. They're off. They're off. Big Velly has a few. Dark Knight has a ton. Mikey Taylor. Who Dat Darius. Dude, it's such a cluster. I don't even know what to say. This is wild. Mikey Taylor with the cat face, fish body, the capybara coconut.
What the fuck are we watching?
We got a, I don't even know what that is. We got a frog in a tire, cat and fish. We got a banana dolphin here. If the banana dolphin wins, that is just ridiculous. Dark Knight. Dark Knight. Mikey.
Banana dolphin.
Oh my goodness. Who's it going to be? What is happening? I don't know what their names are. Tire frog. Orange with a 6-pack. Banana monkey. Watermelon giraffe. Fish cat. Tung, 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 cigar. I know that one. Watermelon alligator cat. Rhett. Oh my God. Rhett won. Rhett, you won. Rhett.
I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
Oh my God. Does anyone feel dumber watching that race? Does anyone feel dumber after watching that race? Rhett, are you here? Rhett, type here in the chat. Type here in the chat. That was ridiculous. That was one of the most ridiculous things I have ever watched.
We're going to do that all regular.
We are doing Jerry G. Thanks for Huh? Rhett, not Brett. Rhett. Boss man Brett said, "Yeah, I'm here." I was like, "That's on me." I said, "Rhett, my fault." Rhett, you're here. Rhett, do you have email? Jerry G, thanks for sniping those bots for me, brother. Okay, Mikey, Dark Knight, dude. I don't know what the hell is going on, Dark Knight. I am sorry. I thought you had that one in the back, dude. Literally, look at that. Look right there.
The whole front line is
Dark Knight. The whole front line is Dark Knight, and then Rhett came flying up the middle. That is crazy, dude. Dark Knight, I hope you know I'm so sorry. I really do feel bad. I want you to win one of these so bad, man. I don't rig them, though. Like, if this is proof that they're not rigged, I don't know what is. Because you had a shit ton of entries.
It only takes one.
It only takes one. It only takes one to win, though. All righty. Rhett, do you have email? Rhett says, I want Dark Knight to have it.
Good guy, Rhett.
Rhett.
Good
dude,
guy, Rhett.
Are you serious? Rhett and Dark Knight. Can y'all agree between the two of you who gets the helmet? Dark Knight, Rhett is offering it to you. Rhett, last chance to rescind that offer. Are you okay with it? Rhett says yes. Dark Knight, I'll email you then. I got your email. Rhett, dude, you're a legend. Here's what I'm going to do for Rhett. I'm going to give him 10 entries into the next raffle. I'm going to give Rhett 10 entries in the next raffle because he didn't have to do that. And he's paying it forward for a fellow Crazy Saints fan. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, did I give you a few extras? Maybe. Yes, I gave you a few extras. Rhett, okay, so August raffle list. Rhett gets extras.
I will say, I think it's safe to say we're going to keep with the Italian brain rot.
I think the
races.
Italian brain rot has to happen.
Yeah, that will be every watch party.
Yes. So, Rhett, what I did is I gave you 10 extra 15 actually. I gave you 15 raffles for next month for free. You got 15 just for being a good dude. I think everyone wins here. Dark Knight, I will email you as soon as we sign off of live. And by signing off, I'm actually going to email you right now. I'm going to email you while I have you here. Sorry. All right. Again, I almost said his name. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to out him.
What up, Jaden? I see you saying what's up. Mikey Taylor, I can see if we read that last super chat. I'll see what. I feel like we did. Oh no, we did not. We read it. My bad. He said I'll take one more ticket, and yeah, I have won like 4 things. Who Dat? Also, Trace, I have a Chris Olave signed jersey that he's getting soon. That's tough.
Yeah, jealous. I want to go to training camp and get him to sign some stuff.
We should make the trip.
I know, that'd be electric. Maybe next year we can do it because it's almost done this year. It just would be hard to swing that. All righty. Rhett, I have you down on the list. 15 raffle tickets for free. Dark Knight, I emailed you. I just sent one. It's from the same email you sent me back in May and in late April. So I emailed you. There we go. Moonfish says, Trace is holding back tears from the genuine eye. That actually is really cool. Like, objectively, that is really, really cool. Rhett didn't have to do that. That just shows the community and the family we have here at Saints Now by Chat Sports, and that is why I'm proud to be hosting this channel. I'm proud to call myself a Saints fan. There's really no fan base like us. One of the best out there in all of sports. So, Courtney says top 3 should receive a prize. We can do that potentially in the football season. Queen Courtney, we'll discuss. I'm supposed to have meetings with the bosses to kind of game plan for giveaways and stuff throughout the season next week. So I will bring that to their attention. I'll bring that idea up. I think that could be a fun one. Courtney, Mikey, Jaden, Rhett, Dark Knight, Big Valley, all of you guys, absolute amazing people. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. I have to roll, though. It's my baby brother's birthday. Got to go celebrate with the family. So for me, for my guy Loco Lopez, my name is Trizzy Trace Gerard. Y'all stay golden. This has been Saints Now by Chat Sports, and we'll see you next time.